Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Google searches for Ripple are up 186%, guys, in the past week. This brought to us by DJ Peter Vass here on Twitter. And I know we did this last week too. Ripple searches were also up. But guys, they're up by even more now, 186%. So you can just go to Google Trends, check it out for yourself. A lot of people are getting very excited for the number one talked about cryptocurrency, XRP. XRP Crypto Wolf also bringing this up. XRP is number one when it comes to the most activity. And rounding out some of the top include Algorand, another one of my favorites. And in number 5, the number 5 spot here, Stellar Lumens or XLM. Now, is it any coincidence? XRP right now trading at 49.3. So let me just refresh this page just to show you guys. So this is the live active trading price of XRP, 49.3 right now. Overnight, we did see a high of about 52.5 cents. Then XRP just kind of came back down and is now chilling in a zone that is looking like that it's forming some kind of micro support. So this is XRP on the hourly. And you guys can see over the evening hours, XRP did reach 52.9, almost 53 cents on the Bitstamp exchange. We have seen nothing but positive momentum over the last week or so. Let me throw this on the 15-minute just to show you guys where we've been over the last overnight, yesterday evening, throughout the nighttime hours, and early this morning. XRP has just kind of floated anywhere between 48.5 and we'll say 51.5. So it's finding its support here, guys. We're seeing the low trading volume here, but it is still maintaining these prices. So that's very, very positive. If I put this back on the hourly, sorry, that's the daily. Let me throw it on the hourly here. Throw it back on the hourly. And you guys can see, despite these corrections, these are good, by the way, healthy corrections are showing that hopefully XRP can sustain this momentum. We are forming higher lows. So again, this is on the hourly. And you guys can see these lows are just getting higher and higher and higher as the trend goes on. So originally started here back on September the 16th when XRP was trading at 32.5. And did see a high. XRP did see a high of about 55.7. But right now, XRP trading at 49.2, 49.3, give or take. So we're seeing the volatility kind of chill. We're seeing it calm down a little bit, throwing it back on that 15-minute chart, getting rid of these circles here. So you guys can see we are forming a little bit of a base here. We get a horizontal line out here, and you guys can see here just the base. The bottom of that is finding new micro support from in and around here, and former resistance from over here. Interesting. So something to be paying attention to. Also on the 1 hour, it's looking like another bullish pennant pattern. So hopefully we keep making our way to the upside. Michael Branch bringing this up. Crypto analytics firms say XRP whales are in massive accumulation mode. Well, no duh. Here's what Santiment is saying. They're saying that the surge in the price of XRP is driven by hopes of a potential settlement. Okay, so there's the settlement news, of course, too, which is helping to spur this on. The price ratio, XRP to BTC, has hit a 1-year high on the continued optimism of a potential settlement with the Ripple SEC case. Active shark and whale addresses holding 1 million to 10 million XRP, guys. These are not small addresses either. They have been in an accumulation pattern since late 2020. So even though we saw that downturn in the entire crypto market, meaning this downturn here, okay, boom, boom, boom. Whales have been accumulating. So these are addresses that hold more than 1 million XRP, 1 to 10 million XRP. They have been accumulating since 2020. And I'm assuming they're talking around here when markets fell all over the world because of the beer flu. So here's the sentiment chart here. Active shark and whale addresses holding 1 million to 10 million XRP accumulated since May. And that has just continued to see an upward trend. We also got this, guys, from Michael Branch. Synonymous trader, altcoin Sherpa, tells his followers that XRP is to rise to 60 cents before ultimately shooting up to 87 cents. So a widely followed crypto analyst is predicting a massive surge for Ethereum competitor XRP while updating his outlook on BTC and 2 other altcoins. So this is his prediction down here. I mean, just another prediction. Everybody's getting really excited right now because of the XRP pump, because of the volume. I mean, just the sheer volume that is entering XRP at this moment in time is getting people really excited. I mean, this was bound to happen. Getting around that corner in the SEC lawsuit was hopefully, I mean, we were thinking at that time, was going to be that launching pad for XRP to really take off and to perhaps kind of maybe even decouple, dare I say, from the rest of the market. I mean, as you guys can see, the market is still under $1 trillion. Meanwhile, XRP in the last 7 days has rallied over 35% on average. So this is the 7-day average, 35%. You compare that to the rest of the market, and most other coins are fairly flat, or maybe up a few percent or down a few percent, but XRP has really taken everybody by storm. And I mean, this was already probably in the can before the rally. This is breaking from Buldiep here on Twitter. Official statement from Morningstar in Japan, a subsidiary of SBI Holdings. They are saying they're going to distribute 2,500 XRP to each intermediate shareholder. Now, this is in Japanese. I cannot translate this because it is a PDF, but this document was just released on September the 22nd, so a couple of days ago, stating that they are going to, in fact, distribute 25 XRP to their immediate shareholders. So these guys mean business. They realize the coin has value, and they should share that with their shareholders. Michael Branch also bringing this up with regards to the Sum wallet. So some developments here for the Sum custody wallet. It's undergoing beta testing for fiat deposits in the Netherlands. So Sum wallet is the most popular non-custodial wallet for XRP and digital assets issued on the XRP ledger. Now it is getting closer to beta testing a game-changing functionality in the Netherlands, an important fintech hub. And so according to the statement shared by Vietsvin, he's saying we're getting close for public beta testing. For people in the Netherlands, the new version of the Sum wallet will be operating according to the regulatory requirements for the Netherlands. It will be fully compliant with the frameworks of DNB, a Dutch central bank authority. The instrument will be seamlessly compatible with IBAN banking accounts for both on and off ramps to XRP and other cryptocurrencies. So we're seeing XRP integration, I'm guessing, from the retail side in the Netherlands specifically with all these official banking protocols. This is something new for retail specifically. Fiat on-ramps, moving them into XRP, and then sourcing that liquidity through the XRP and transferring it to somewhere else in the world. Anyway, this is just in beta, but a good update nevertheless. Wanted to thank Michael Branch and Vietsvin, of course, for posting this. This one, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman real quickly with regards to Federal Bank. They're a Ripple user, and Lulu Exchange, they're a Ripple partner. And NPCI, who launched Bharat Bill Pay, they've been in talks with Ripple with regards to global transfer. So in a major boost towards strengthening the scope of cross-border remittances into India, the much-awaited Bharat Bill payment system has been activated for Indian expats living in the GCC region. Federal Bank, one of India's leading private sector banks, launched this facility in association with Bharat Bill Pay Limited, the wholly owned subsidiary of National Payment Corporation of India and Lulu Financial Group, at the Global FinTech Festival held in Mumbai earlier this week. This arrangement, considered a long-pending ask of NRIs, will now allow Indians living in the GCC to remit money directly to pay their bills, their utility bills, back home through Lulu Exchange, which is a Ripple partner, as well as through the digital money transfer app Lulu Money. Then it just gives some statistics here. Commenting on this historic launch, we got an executive over there at Federal Bank. He's saying, "We are delighted to be the first mover in launching this much-awaited facility for non-resident Indians in collaboration with NBBL and Lulu International Exchange at the Global FinTech Festival in Mumbai. The direct payment facility in cross-border transactions has optimized the digital payment ecosystem and will equally delight the beneficiaries as it enables seamless bill payments." So, leveraging RippleNet technology through multiple companies that are Ripple-enabled, namely Federal Bank, they're a partner, Lulu Exchange, and I do believe that NPCI also has a connection to Ripple as well. Anyway, great news here. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman just for posting that. And did you guys see this? Now, I think this is why you're here. Caitlin Long posted this. Now, take a good look. Okay, this is a Forbes article. "I fear global bank regulators, the BIS, are about to make a decision that will unintentionally obsolete the banks." Unintentionally, or maybe intentionally if you have been following, by prohibiting a coming tech pivot, right as internet native payment technologies are starting to scale. Now, I gotta say, first of all, take a look at this article, just visually take a look at the photo that is being used in this Forbes article. Then I was noticing this morning, I booted up my computer at around 8 a.m., and Mr. Poole was trending, of all things. Well, Ripple was trending as well, but Mr. Poole was trending on Twitter, and even Martha Mullen, several hours before that at 1 a.m. This morning, was also noticing that Mr. Poole happened to be trending on Twitter. Mr. Poole, that's right, the same guy who predicted this not once, but twice. This was back on October the 30th, 2021, guys. Mr. Poole posted this photo, and then again on March 20th, 2021. Interesting to say the least. Now Forbes is coming out and saying that the Bank for International Settlements is pivoting, and this could, in fact, as Caitlin Long puts it, unintentionally obsolete private banks. Now, was this the plan all along? I mean, ushering in XRP in a new financial system, there's going to be some collateral damage, right? Let's get into some other things before we get into this. So, Mr. Pool's been actually very accurate in some of these predictions. I wanted to just bring you guys this from Fojak. Fojak, a big proponent of Mr. Pool, so I got to thank him immensely for all the Mr. Pool tweets. This guy is solid. He's on top of all the Mr. Pool stuff. Mr. Pool posted this back in 2020. I guess this would have been April 21st, 2020, this robot here. Then, of course, back 4 days ago on September the 20th, the World Benchmarking Alliance posted this with regards to the global goals, the Agenda 2030. Okay, this whole thing that the World Economic Forum has been pushing with this same robot here. Things that make you go, An agenda? Maybe. A totalitarian agenda? Possibly. Fojak also posting this from just yesterday. Mr. Pool tweeted this out. Totalitarian what? Perhaps a new global, social, political, monetary standard around the world? Peter Thiel was also talking about this at the Hoover Institute. Interesting that he said this coming from back-to-life_2024 here on Twitter. Peter Thiel says there are 3 plausible futures for the West: Islamic Sharia law, totalitarian AI, or hyper-environmentalism. Listen to what he has to say here.
And looking at Western Europe, I would say there are basically 3 plausible futures on offer. Number 1 is Islamic Sharia law, and if you're a woman, you get to wear a burqa. Number 2 is totalitarian AI a la China, where the computers track you in everything you do all the time, and that's kind of creepy, sort of the Eye of Sauron, to use the Lord of the Rings reference, right, watching you at all times. And then the third one is hyper-environmentalism, where you drive an e-scooter and you recycle. And even though I'm not a radical environmentalist, I think if those are the 3 choices, you can understand why the Green Movement's winning, because those are the 3 visions of the future we have.
Right.
And the challenge on the conservative or libertarian side is to offer something that's a picture of the future that's different from these 2 very dystopian and one somewhat stagnant one.
So an interesting perspective here, I got to say, from Peter Thiel. 3 possible options. Islamic Sharia law, which he doesn't really think is going to happen, but it is a possibility. Totalitarian AI, that is going the way of China, obviously. We have already seen this guy's social credit system. Black Mirror was already projecting that this could be a reality in the West. Even at that time, I don't know if you guys remember that Black Mirror episode, Nosedive, one of my actually, I think my favorite Black Mirror episodes ever, where, it's a social credit score. And, even at that time, people were saying, oh, they're already doing this in China. This is crazy what they're doing in China already. And at that time, I was just like, yeah, okay, I don't know if that would come here. But, so much has changed since then. And I believe that was before I was even doing the channel, and maybe even before I was into crypto. Here, let me look it up real quick. I want to say, yeah, it was season 3. It was the Nosedive episode. So I saw this right when it came out, and that would have been released on October the 21st, 2016. So yeah, even before I got into cryptocurrency. Great show, great episode, my favorite episode, that one, and San Junipero. This show has an uncanny ability to predict future events. Now, me being me and knowing what I know 6 years later, I'm suggesting this was likely pre-programming before the time. A lot of this stuff has come to fruition, so anyway, that's maybe a topic for another video. We got Peter Thiel suggesting this. Also, I guess I should talk about the hyper-environmentalism. You will own nothing and you will be happy. You will ride an e-scooter. You will eat bugs. We're all pushing towards this, but they need something. They need an excuse to implement it. Fojak here also posting this. It's all happening. Now, this is a song. I'm not going to play it for copyright reasons, but I will link this in the description of the video for you guys. Now, the reason why this is significant, and I cannot find the tweet now, I had seen it, and then I had scrolled through a bunch of tweets, and I'd lost it. So, if somebody knows where it is, please do tag me on Twitter. I'm at WorkingMoneyCH. Tag me on Twitter, and please do send me the tweet. It is a like of Mr. Pool's. Okay, so Mr. Pool liked a tweet. I don't know who tweeted it out, but he liked to tweet basically describing what happened with the daughter of Putin's brain ideologist was killed in a car explosion. So this is, I suppose, the catalyst that Mr. Poole was hinting at, was pointing to. An explosion in the outskirts of Moscow has killed the daughter of a key ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin. He liked that tweet, and then he posted, it's all happening, but just this hand, okay, pressed up against what looks like glass or ice or something, maybe some kind of glowing rock, I don't know, but pushed up against there, and it was basically cut off so you could not see what the title was. But now we see it's called It's All Happening, and again, you guys can play the song if you wish. So it was about this. This happened in late August, okay? So the timeline is kind of important as well. So then we move to this, guys, from Red Dog 589, Reset New Era here on Twitter. Mr. Poole today, all eyes are on Moscow. Now, this was from a few days ago, from September the 21st, 2022. Obviously, Russia. Soldiers, all eyes are on Moscow. Is something going to happen? Well, this from 5 hours ago, Ukraine war. Putin not bluffing about nuclear weapons, says the EU. Okay, need I say more? There is a threat of this, and there was a line, I believe, in this article, I don't know where it is now, but he was basically saying, well, you know, we don't necessarily want to do this, but if we don't have a choice, we don't have a choice, kind of thing. I don't know if it was this article, if it was something else that I saw. Certainly it's a dangerous moment because the Russian army has been pushed into a corner, and Putin's reaction, threatening using nuclear arms, it's very bad. So this is somebody commenting on it. 7 months since Russia's invasion of Ukraine began, analysts agree that President Putin's forces are back on foot, but he said a diplomatic solution must be reached, one that preserves the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. Otherwise, we can finish the war, but we will not have peace, and we will have another war, he said. In a rare address to the nation earlier this week, Mr. Putin said his country had various weapons of destruction and would use all the means available to us. I'm not bluffing. That was a quote directly from Vladimir Putin, okay? So this was just coming out, this posted a few days ago from Mr. Poole. Meanwhile, guys, the reach of Russia's alternative to the SWIFT international messaging system has grown at record pace this year, according to Russia's central bank. This just out from the Gold Telegraph yesterday. So this all plays into Russia's independence from the West, from the rest of the world, and how they are moving on to a new financial system. And this is where it gets really interesting. Russia's SWIFT alternative expanding quickly this year, central bank says. So this is just an article which was released just yesterday, just talking about the things that we were talking about. Oh, and I forgot to mention with regards to the pressure from Russia and Mr. Poole's cryptic Russian tweets with army soldiers. Let's not forget what was released in July. I don't know if you guys saw this. Nuclear preparedness, a PSA from the New York City Emergency Management Center. I'm just going to play you guys the first few seconds of this. I will link it in the description if you want to watch the full video. Here it is.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do we do?
Okay, so the first 17 seconds, quite gloomy. Why is New York City putting this out? Very good question. This was put out in mid-July. So, you know, all kind of just pointing to this possible scenario that, you know, we could be entering. Now, again, there are some other tweets here. Mr. Poole also posted, I'm not going to play it. You know, I was going to play it, but I'm not going to play it now. I will link it in the description, just some audio here. It's about 2 minutes long. I will describe it for you, though. It sounds like a nervous announcement from some kind of U.S. official, you know, stating lockdown, there's sirens going on, you know, please take cover, so on and so forth. Another post by Mr. Poole. But I think you guys get the idea. Back to the financial system, though. Russia obviously on track to create this. I talked about this in several videos that I've done in the past. But back to the Caitlin Long tweet here, guys, the original Mr. Poole tweet. Banks are about to face the same tsunami, which could obliterate the traditional banking sector. So this was just from yesterday. I fear global bank regulators are about to make a decision that will unintentionally obsolete the banks by prohibiting a coming tech pivot. Making this mistake would guarantee that the tech industry continues going around the banks, right as internet-native payment technologies are starting to scale. The telecom sector offers a cautionary tale when voice over internet protocol was invented, so just giving us some background there. Bitcoin is a money over internet protocol, as Ethereum potentially. just as VoIP moves voice data around the internet natively. So looking to put a ban on some types of fintech, but there is a solution in the back end that they do not talk about, namely RippleNet, namely XRP. I mean, they're very, very quick to talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. So again, just talking about fintech solutions, money over internet protocols at scale are truly a threat to traditional banking because they enable money to move outside the traditional antiquated payment rails. To date, the US banking industry has lost roughly $600 billion, or 3% of its deposit base, to the crypto industry. Why do I not feel sorry for them? And that happened before the money over internet protocol scaled. Despite all the legal, regulatory, accounting, and tax problems faced by their products, and all the criminals and fraudsters running rampant, who should be going to jail, the tech industry has proven its ability to go around the banks. So an interesting article here. Again, not going to read the full thing, but I will, of course, link it in the description for you guys. The bigger takeaway, Mr. Poole is trending. Mr. Poole pointed this out not once, but twice back in October of 2021 and March of 2021. Fast forward to September 2022, Forbes releases this article. Oh yeah, and not only that, Mr. Poole also liked this tweet here. Looks like one of his own tweets. XRP going to be that new global standard that changes everything banking related. I can see why the price is rallying. I can see why whales are accumulating. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.